Are you ready for your dye demonstration today? I am so excited to be here with you. Hello, my name is Dawn Schaefer and I'm going to share with you a couple techniques that I use to dye some of my yarns. So let's get straight to the meat of it. Okay, here I'm going a little bit step by step as to how I prepare my wool. And right here, I use a citric acid and water solution, and I try to obtain about a pH of 4. And this is my citric acid over here. So here's my solution, and I allow it to soak for 30 minutes. Then once it's done soaking, I put it over here in a bowl, and I attach, so my yarn doesn't get all tangled up, I split it and I attach a shower curtain in it. And that helps me keep everything nice and tidy and not tangled. The first technique I'm going to show you is over here, where I am just going to do a tonal colorway where you fill it up, this bin up pretty good, and I'm using 3/4 teaspoons of dye. Today we're going to do Intense Iris. And I'm sharing with you my little mask. I don't have the other ones that I normally use, but this one I have, and I'm going to put it on because you're dealing with very fine powder. I already have a 1/4 teaspoon already in, and I'm going to use this 1/8 teaspoon to top it off. See, it's very fine dye. And then I take a whisk, and I have already heated the water up, so the dye will be distributed evenly in the dye bath. I'm taking the skeins of yarn that I had in the bowl, okay, are you ready? I am taking the skeins of yarn that I had in the bowl, and I have 5 skeins in this 3/4 teaspoon solution. So I just put them here, and why I use this is so I can get it all in. And I punch it down through, and I shushle it around. And eventually I'll flip it over. But we'll keep that in there. And the point is to hopefully this dye bath, the wool will accept all the dye, so you'll hopefully see nothing left in it. Make sure the burner's on good. Okay, this next one, I'm doing a 3 colorway deal. Top is dark navy, peach blush in the middle, and antique mauve at the bottom. So I split, I eyeball my skeins of yarn in thirds. And then I've already pre-made the solution right here. And I do have my glove on. And I'm going to squirt the top solution on. Then this. I don't have the colors connected. And I did not fill this pan up as much as I did the other one, just because I want the colors to kind of stay in a certain area. And then antique. So what I do with the glove is squish the color down through. And you'll have some bleeding of the colors together, but that's kind of where magic happens. to make sure they're full tilt so the color stays. But where the colors join up, you know, I just want them to kind of touch each other. And kind of, you know, this is where I call where the magic happens, just because you create really cool colorways. So we're going to allow this pan and the other pan to sit a while, and for about 10, 15, maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll come back to it and I'll show you how it all turns out. Okay, and we're back, and this is our first one. And I will push some away, and you'll be able to, well, maybe over on this side. See that it's pretty clear. So I can rinse it all out in cold water after it cools down, because it's clear and all the dye has been absorbed. And now back over to here, and this, when I left it, it was a lot lighter, and I kind of went back and I poked through so the dye would be all the way through. It still needs to absorb more of the dye, but it will. I'll just leave it in here a little bit longer, and we'll go back to the other one and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here is the next step, and the other skeins of yarn that I've dyed up will be run exactly the same way as this, but I put it in this Eucalyptus Natural Unscented, and I soak it with the wool soap, and then I just kind of double check. If you noticed, it's clear, which is a good sign. That's what you want your water to be. And after you find out that your wool is clear in the bath water, you will just hang it, simply squeeze it out, hang it up, and allow it to dry. So now both of them are done. And as you can see, I kind of went for a tonal on this one. So you have dark areas, you have light areas. I thought I was going to flip it over in the pan, but I didn't. But I enjoy the tonal variations. This one here, I thought I was going to have a bit more magic happening in between the transitions of colors. I didn't, but that's okay. It still turned out great, and I just really it's going to knit up really pretty. So I'm excited to see how this knits up. But you've got just soft peaches and mauves, and then not so much with the blue, but you've got some tonal areas with the blue. But it's going to knit up really pretty. These colors look great together. If you're here for the next class, I'll let you know when that video's up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. That was wonderful that I was able to show you a couple techniques that I use to dye. If you are interested in learning more techniques on dyeing your own yarn and playing with color, please feel free to comment in the section below. I'll answer any questions that you may have, or if I missed a step, call me out on it. I definitely want to fill in the gaps for you.